"I'll do anything, wise one," she said. Ngoloma handed over a jar to her. "Every man you sleep with, make sure you collect his liquid and pour into the jar. You will become very wealthy and beautiful. But to retain your wealth and beauty, you must take advantage of your son." Lolo Chioma was shocked. "Wise one, I can't do that," she said. "No one comes to the shrine of Ngoloma and says no. Else you will run mad and die," he shouted. In the bustling city of Owerri lived a wealthy man, Chief Azubike. Chief Azubike was very wealthy, an importer and exporter of electronics. He had a luxurious shop of electronic gadgets and a warehouse of home appliances. He has a very beautiful wife, Lolo Chioma, but they've been married for years without any child. Lolo Chioma decided to confide in her friend, Madam Gold. Madam Gold was a very influential woman. It was whispered among the people of Owerri that she dines and wines with the wealthy men of the city, moving from one club or party to another in the city of Owerri. Despite these rumors, she owns the most luxurious shop of gold and other expensive jewelries. And she is the president of the Rich Housewives of Owerri, with Lolo Chioma as their secretary. These two had been best of friends from their secondary school days. Lolo Chioma went to Madam Gold to ask for help, so Madam Gold decided to help her. Madam Gold drove her to the outskirts of the town, to a scary shrine where they met a witch doctor, Ngoloma. He was said to be the most powerful amongst 10 villages. "Due to my shrine," he asked. "I am a childless woman. I want a child," Lolo Chioma replied. "Your request has been granted. But know this, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, and a life for a life," he said. "No problem, wise one. As long as I'll have my own child, I'll do anything," she replied. "You can go now. Your request has been granted," he said. The both friends left happily. After 3 months, Lolo Chioma became pregnant. Everything went on smoothly until the day of her delivery. Chief Azubike was returning from a business trip from China when he met his untimely death in an auto crash. Few hours later, Lolo Chioma gave birth to a set of twins, a boy and a girl. She was told of her husband's untimely death. Lolo Chioma cried. She was torn between sorrow and happiness, but Madam Gold was always present to comfort her and to cheer her up. Chief Azubike was given a befitting burial. One Monday morning, Lolo Chioma received a call that shocked her. It was a call from First People's Bank. The manager of the bank told her that her husband had taken a loan and wasn't able to finish payment before he met his untimely death. And so, the mansion and all his properties now belongs to the bank. She was asked to vacate the mansion in the next 3 days, as the mansion now belongs to the bank. She was thrown out of the mansion, having nowhere to go to, as Madam Gold was out of the country presently. Devastated and frustrated, Lolo Chioma decided to go back to the village and start her life all over again. She worked on people's farm, sells corn and other vegetables in the village market so she could cater for the twins. Tired of life, she sold her 7-year-old daughter Kamsi to a childless wealthy couple, Mr. and Mrs. Oyema, who adopted her as their own child. Later, Lolo Chioma went back to the city of Owerri to look for her friend Madam Gold. She told Madame Gold all that had happened to her and begged Madame Gold to help her. Madame Gold decided to help her and took her back to Ngoloma shrine, the witch doctor. "What brought you to my shrine?" Ngoloma asked. "I want wealth and beauty," Chioma replied. "Your request is granted, but the price is very high," Ngoloma said. "I'll do anything, wise one," Chioma said. Ngoloma handed over a jar to her. "Every man you sleep, make sure you collect the liquid and pour into the jar. You will become very wealthy and beautiful. But to retain your wealth and beauty, you must take advantage of your son." Lolo Chioma was shocked. "Wise one, I can't do that," she said. "Nobody comes to the shrine of Ngoloma and say no. Else you will run mad and die," he shouted. Chioma immediately collected the jar and left with Madame Gold. On their way home, Madame Gold encouraged her, as that was the same secret to her wealth and beauty. Lolo Chioma marveled, but she couldn't do anything than to do as Ngoloma had said. Soon, Lolo Chioma started living a dirty life, sleeping with different men and pouring their liquids into a jar calabash, making them useless. She went to different clubs at night, getting new prey for her diabolic rituals. But it was difficult for her to take advantage of her only son and child. One night, she remembered the warnings of Ngoloma, the witch doctor. Scared of running mad, Lolo Chioma swung into action and took advantage of her son. That became a ritual every night for so many years. One day, Nonso got tired of his mother's abuse and ran out of the mansion. While running on the streets of Owerri, he was knocked down by a car. The couple, Mr. and Mrs. Oyema, came out to check on him. Hopefully, he wasn't hurt, so they took him home and asked him about himself. Nonso narrated his ordeal with his mother in their mansion. The couple also discovered he was the brother to the twin girl they had brought from Lolo Chioma in the village 7 years ago. They also decided to adopt him as their child and reported the matter to the police. Lolo Chioma was taken to court, prosecuted and sent to 100 years in prison. Madame Gold was not left out of the judgment because it was a revenge on Lolo Chioma, who married her school crush, Chief Azubike, that made her tell Ngoloma, the witch doctor, to kill Chief Azubike as a revenge plan. Madame Gold was struck with madness. She roamed the streets of Owerri mad till today. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.